You've been in business for a while and you're struggling to find new leads. You're using social media, but you're having a hard time generating new leads, and it's just starting to feel like a waste of time. Today we're going to be talking to Jung Johnson, founder of JoyfulBody Therapy, and what she has to say about generating new leads and finding clients face-to-face. So, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
If you want to go ahead and get us started and tell us about yourself and your business, JoyfulBody Therapy, like what's obviously the name, mission statement, kind of how your business is going, that sort of thing.
Okay, so my name is Jon Johnson, and I'm the owner of JoyfulBody Therapy. JoyfulBody Therapy. My job is to help people get out of a chronic pain by adjusting the posture alignment.
So when you tell someone, you're like, I can fix this, I can do this for you.
Yeah, I tell them, important thing is I have a long-term solution more than just managing a pain.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to fix this, come see
so
me.
that way you don't have to keep going back with the issues again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that's perfect because that's how you sell to people, you know? Like you sell to people who already have a problem. They're not looking to buy your service just, because they feel like it. They're looking because they want to fix whatever problem they already have.
So I tell them, hey, if you just want to manage pain, just go to chiropractor, whatever, that's fine.
When you get these new clients, how do you keep them coming back? Do you sell a certain package or do you set them up for, do they see results? How do you get people to keep coming back to your service?
Okay, I'm trying to sell a package. I haven't done that, but I'm really moving into the direction. But I usually tell them, hey, if you want to get out of pain, it's going to take you around 6-7 sessions. So they understand that. So even I don't sell it, they need to come that many times. So I tell them always my priority is to get you out of pain, but I show them a picture. Hey, these are the things you have to work on if you continue to want to get better beyond the pain. So, pain is out, that's only your goal, that's fine. But if you want more than that, you like the changes that are happening in your body and you feel better, you look better, you can see it. If that's something you want to go more forward, and then you can do more. So I don't force anything. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not trying to make a salesman. I give my opinions, have them decide what they want.
What would you say, so in terms of, this can be in your business, this can be in terms of your physical skill as a therapist or anything, what would you say has helped you grow the most?
As a therapist?
Anything. It can be in your business, it can be as your personal therapist, do you study a lot, or do you work with other people?
A couple things, just not one thing. Okay, so first of all, I try to gain as much knowledge I can about the body. And body and the brain, because they all work together. So being really good at being knowledgeable what you do is first step more than advertising, I feel like. And second of all is your ability to work with a client, how much you be able to adapt and to see their needs, and instead of forcing yourself what you think is the best for them, you'll be able to put yourself in their shoes and see what's they want the most. So it's more of delivering what they want more than what you think is best. So all the clients come, my approach is different. Some people I'm a lot more on the breath, more in the flexibility, trying to restore with the breath, get fascia, muscles more loose. Some people I look at okay, they feel more unstable, they're like that, and then I change more on the strength, more, a little bit demanding work. So what they want depends on what they want. Even I know what's best for them, I always accommodate what they want. Put that in mind, trying to find a solution that it works. I can still do the job that show result, but at the same time, them to feel like they're in charge instead of I'm in charge. That makes sense? I try to empower them. They have ability to change.
What has your business has obviously grown, you see clients every week, you've definitely grown more than when you had before, so what has helped you kind of make those steps? Did you have other people you talked to? Did you study it? Did you learn from failure? What worked best for you?
Being consistent. not be discouraged, not be over impatient to bring a results. Or just pacing yourself. The more you're mentally, emotionally in a good place, you project that confidence. Also, you more balanced in a way that people can feel it, and not your knowledge level, but emotionally feel drawn to you.
Mm-hmm. They feel kind of inspired by you.
And they feel like I understand them. I'm more willing to work with them, and have a lot more compassion for them.
So you're saying like making, and this goes for selling as well, you're saying basically making connections with other people and really prioritizing that person is what sells?
Yeah, so to me it's that individual person, it's whoever comes to you is the most important person at that moment. You being present with a person. Because you go places too, even you do, that you're there, they're there, but they're not really aware of you. That make you feel like they really don't listen to you, they don't really understand you, right? So being yourself fully, they have a mindset that you're so, in a way that you can be present yourself in a way that others feel your presence there. I think that's one of the ways to make them feel that they want to work with you.
You're working with someone one-on-one, you want to have that connection. And you want to go to a service or a person that's providing that service that makes you feel like, oh my gosh, like I have a connection with this person,
Yeah, I think that's really important. They know that I need to make money, but everybody knows that making money is not my priority. I do whatever I can to make them, move their lives forward, make them feel good physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever. That, I'm more interested in them genuinely being well.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
What I think will make them feel
want to come back. Yeah,
want to come back and work more.
What's one thing you feel like you could have had more help with, or you wanted more help with?
Two things, of course, how to, structure business aspect, how to put it together. And another thing was someone to assure that, because they went through the same experience of building business and it's going to take time, and that someone will be able to tell me, give us some emotional support. That could be something I could really use.
Like a business coach, but better.
Yeah, somebody, mentor that kind of see you emotionally, more than knowledge, it just give you some emotional support and give you some tips on how to run the business more effectively. That's just something that I'm still struggle, and I'm always looking for source to get that, my own. That's why I hired another therapist to be my mentor. In a ways, I was more interested in not his skill as a therapist. Of course, I admire that too, but I knew that would come with the time. But I was more interested in how he struggled beginning, how he built now, how he feels comfortable being a therapist, and also people have to wait 3 months to make an appointment with him. Every time just talk to me, how did you start your business? What was it like? How did your clients respond to you? What would you do when this kind of clients, how emotionally you could handle it? So the other day I talked to him about this guy, because he was very demanding beginning, like, I want the results, I should be out of pain by 2 sessions. How do you deal with the people when you see it might take 6 months to get out of pain? He just says, hey, you just need to show that you're the boss, need to be in charge. You meet his needs, but emotionally you don't cave into his demand. You just have to your ground, and since you know how long it's going to take, and you just have to ask these questions, that give him basic information of why it's going to take us some time, instead of like, oh my gosh, what can I do to get him out of pain?
What do you feel like, so we just kind of talked about what you wish you had more help with as an entrepreneur, and I feel like having a mentor or that you can actually, talk to and bounce ideas off is really valuable. What would you, for someone who wants to also start their business, what advice would you give them? What would you tell them to do? Is there something specific they should look for? Should they look for certain people or certain things? Should they start things? Like, were there things that you wish you had started earlier? Were there things you wish you had learned earlier? Mm-hmm. What advice would you give? Let's say 2 pieces of advice. What 2 pieces of advice would you give?
Yeah, so I didn't want to do physical therapy, what I'm doing, partial alignment therapy for a long time, because main thing was that's, I think, almost everybody fear, even they got good ideas about what they want to do and they can see how they're going to work. To me, what holds back the most for everybody to move, not just only speaking, starting your own business, and moving life forward, is a fear. I think a fear is such a huge block for a lot of people. And that was my problem too. I didn't feel like I know enough.
Yeah, so elaborate on that. Fear of what? What exactly are people afraid of?
Fear, I guess fear in a sense that you're gonna fail, or another sense is a lack of a self-esteem. That I didn't feel like I know enough in a way that really make a contribution, in a way that make a living out of it. So lack of a self-esteem, I know, is a fear. Fear that you're not gonna be successful. Best advice I can do is don't be too harsh on yourself or to be too judgmental on yourself. Just every experience, even failing, is look at it as experience to move forward. That failing means you're one step closer to success. Basically, you're trying, right? So that's good enough. And that builds onto something else. So like I remember, was that the person that created a light bulb, he tried million different ways to create the light bulb, didn't work. Eventually one worked. So someone says, once you be discouraged, you didn't want to give up. I said, I just know the 99 ways didn't work and one way worked. And so unless I try 99 ways different, I would never know this will work. So don't take anything failure as something to hold you back. It's a lesson, something is a learning block. And as long as you know where you want to go, you're taking one step forward, that way you're going to get there. So don't just relax, enjoy the journey.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today in our I think that's going to wrap it up for our spotlight. So thanks again for kind of joining us here and sharing your insight as to how to generate clients and how to really kind of market yourself in a face-to-face way. Really appreciate it. It can be difficult finding new work and people to buy your product or service, but hopefully this discussion helped give you some ideas on how to do that. Comment down below what you learned from this video and if there are any other topics you'd like to learn more about. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel to hear more, and we look forward to seeing your success.